Welcome back to Trends and Friends. It is Motivational Monday with our friend Kristi Frazier. She's the owner of the Urban Tea Company. But today we're talking all about setting goals for the new year. So Kristi, thanks so much for being here with us. We appreciate it.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. This is the first time we're meeting in studio. I'm glad to have you here.
Yes.
And for a really good topic.
For a really good topic. And kids are back in school, and I feel like we can kind of get going.
We can kind of get going on our regular routine.
Back to a schedule.
Yeah, which, I mean, you and I were talking about that earlier today. And for me, I need a schedule and I need like everything to kind of flow.
Yes.
But for some, that's not the case. Like, I mean, you'd rather just like be with your kids and enjoy it and kind of get on with your day however it goes.
For me, I feel like I need a schedule, but my kids are older, so they can kind of take care of themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's good.
Well, we talked last week about choosing a word,
yes,
right? A word that meant something to you. You said simplicity. I said multiplicity. But then I went back and I went with simplicity with you.
Yes.
So let's talk about the power of the word.
So for me, when I think about setting goals for the year, I do sit down and clearly write out what I want to accomplish, but I start with a word because for me, words are so powerful. So
true.
My word this week, and it might change next week, but for this year is simplicity. I want to get back to the basics, right? To get back to a simpler lifestyle, simple family time, going back to family time, get back to the roots that I grew up on. And I feel like that's so hard to do in the society that we live in now.
Yeah, well, and everything is just so immediate, and so you feel like you have to do it immediately too. And then I feel like you kind of put yourself last in the things that really your priorities last in trying to take care of everybody else.
And don't you feel like when you think about goal setting, everything looks so big?
Yeah.
You think about the end result, right? So if we start with a word and then almost work backwards to break it down, it makes it so much more simple and so much easier to achieve. So what's one thing you want to accomplish this year?
Okay, so I came up with my list of goals, and then my husband came up with his list, and then we met together and kind of had like a little mini date night and shared both of ours, and then we put stars on the ones where they were the same.
Yes.
And we're going with that. So those ones that are the same, we know we can work on together. One of them is spending quality time with each other, because so many times our date night ends up being something for me to give back to the community in a way. So we're gonna play tennis once a week.
I love that.
Yeah. And try to get some exercise in.
Do you play tennis?
I do. Well, I started learning last year, and then my kids helped. They got me a tennis racket for my birthday. And I'm just excited. I love doing it. So I think it's something fun that we can do together.
And it doesn't cost money.
It doesn't. And it feels like we're doing something together.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was our biggest goal.
Quality time.
Exactly.
Yeah. For me, one of my big goals is I want to read my Bible throughout the year and finish by the end of the year. That seems like a big task.
Yeah.
But again, when we break it down into baby steps, really it only takes about 15 minutes a day.
You're so right. And our church is doing this. So after this, because our segment's almost up, unfortunately, I'm going to share an app with you. Our church is doing it. I'm on, what is it, the 6th day. And it's so amazing because reading your Bible sometimes feels a little bit daunting if you're trying to sit there and read it yourself. But this app gives you the ability to have it read to you.
Yes.
So if you are having to do something else at the same time, you're still getting it in, and then you can still meditate on it later.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
We're going to do this together.
Yes, we're going to find a word and make it count this year.
Yes, we are. Thank you so much. See, I love having you in the studio. You're so good. And right there is contact information for Kristi. You can always reach out to her at Kristi Frazier Biz at Facebook. Coming up, we'll get a look at what's happening with the Willows Event Center. That's next.